Google. Let's go get them again.
What's going on, fragrance family? Today's video, I want to talk about the fragrance bottles I've used up in 2022. How many empties do I have now? Trust me, this does not happen often. This list is going to be very short. Anyone with a huge collection like mine knows that having empties, especially 50 ml, 100 ml bottles, it's hard to come by. It is a unique thing to happen. We should celebrate. I don't have a signature scent. I rotate scents constantly, and I do conserve anything that is getting low, that is some of my favorites that may be discontinued or harder to find. I try to find a backup bottle of those fragrances before I start wearing more of them. So I'm very much attuned to which bottle is getting close. Like you're gonna see a video, I think it's next week I'm going to publish it, is the backup bottles I purchased in 2022. You're gonna see that some of my favorites we're getting to 30%, 40%, even down to 10%. And I wanted to get a backup bottle. But this is not today's video. Today's video is the ones I actually drained. And usually when I drain one of my favorites, it means that I already have a bottle in hand. So let's talk about the bottles I actually depleted in 2022. This is gonna be easy. Were they repurchased? Most likely. Let's get it. So in 2022, I only depleted 2 bottles. So one designer, one niche. Let's start with designer. And it was actually my most worn fragrance of 2022, and it is DHI. So I have my 2 big boy bottles here. I got my silver collar one, and then a backup basically. They're both about half full. And then I had a third bottle, actually, a little 50 ml that I depleted. As you can see, this thing is dry. So DHI, as you may have known, it is my #1 most worn in 2022. Every single year, this one is one of my favorites. I love the scent, but it's the only fragrance that I have 3 bottles of in my collection. It's time to change that. So now it's back to only 2 bottles, the OG with the silver collar, and then of course the backup bottle. So this one, it really just basically, when I moved my collection, it made me realize that I could wear this a lot more often than other fragrances. And I love it so much that might as well. So it gave me a chance to deplete my 50 ml bottle, which was, I think, 1/3 full at the start of the year. So I depleted that. And the reason I had so many bottles, which is just by happenstance, it was just because I was overseas. I'm trying to think, it was maybe hard to find in Canada, or it was, something that I absolutely love. So when I found it at a duty free or overseas somewhere, I bought it. And this was actually the last bottle I purchased. I got my silver, and then of course my big backup bottle, and I got this, and I love it so much that I ran out of decants or samples when I was overseas, and I bought a bottle of this, and that would keep me happy for the portion of that trip. So yeah, I finally finished my 50 ml bottle. I'm going to, of course, my silver collar is going to be my, basically something that I'm going to be wearing at special occasions when I really want to wear DHI and I really want the OG stuff. I'm going to wear that, and I'm going to start, of course, using my backup bottle for days that I just feel like wearing DHI, but they're not really special days. I'm going to wear that one. So that's it. Now, would I repurchase this? I guess that would go with this video. Obviously, I had the comfort level of depleting this bottle because I have so much left. So would I repurchase it? Honestly, at this point, of course, I'm not going to buy a 3rd bottle. I don't need it. But if I deplete that backup bottle, I will definitely repurchase another backup so my silver collar can stay at a good, convenient level for me. So that is bottle #1, one of my favorite designers of all time. 1 bottle depleted. Let's take a look at the second one. And lastly, I only depleted 1 more bottle in my collection, and it was I Am Trash by Aldo. As you can see, this thing is bone dry, but I did buy a bottle, I believe, in 2022 because I loved it so much. So the story with I Am Trash, and this one, honestly, I was introduced to this scent by my splitter, and I think in late 2020, I think it was like even December, he gifts me bottles that are like almost empty that he thinks that I'm gonna like. This one had maybe 20 to 15 mils left, and basically I smelt it and I was like, this is amazing. Yeah. And I wrote to him, I'm like, this is outstanding. I love this. I'm going to get a bottle of this. I didn't think I was going to love this scent that much that I depleted his bottle in 2022, like early 2022. I had to get my own bottle now. So now I got my own bottle, and this one has like a nice little dent in it already. It has been, I believe in 2021, it was my most worn scent. I killed his bottle, like killed it. And I had to get, of course, my own bottle, a full bottle of it. And of course it was number 8 on my most worn list in 2022. So crazy that I love a fragrance that much. I love this one. It really is, the fruity aspect of it is absolutely beautiful. So I Am Trash from Etat Libre. If you ever want to get your nose on it, please get a sample of this stuff. And the bottles of Etat Libre are fairly cheap. So it is a favorite of mine, and I will be wearing a lot of this in 2023. So now, at the end of the day, did you drain any fragrance bottles in 2022? What was the last fragrance bottle that you finished? Would you actually repurchase that fragrance or not? I'd love to see that in the comments below, just to see what type of fragrances you absolutely love. If you have a larger collection, I know it's going to be hard to drain fragrance bottles, but if you have a smaller collection, they go by quite quickly. So I'd love to see all your comments below, and as always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely.